if I don't turn down all volume, I'll get Twitter pings and MS pings and Google Plus pings and mail pings and.
After telling us right on or something.
Yeah, that's why I want to make sure. Yeah, I would seem like a douche if I didn't do that. That's not cool. All right, cool. All right, so this is the second episode of the IGDA Sacramento Chapters podcast.
Yay!
Yay! Right? Excited?
Awesome. Yes,
excited. All right, cool. So just for some people, this may be their first episode. So just maybe we do some introduction. I am the vice coordinator, Joseph Burchett. And you are.
And I am Gabriel Gutierrez, the coordinator for the chapter.
Excellent. And you, sir?
And I'm the chapter advisor, Steve Faubus.
Excellent. And you?
I'm the secretary, Gabby.
Excellent. Excellent. So on today's episode, we're going to be discussing what's happened in the chapter so far. It's been quite a while since the last show. Since June, and lots of interesting events have happened. So maybe we can just kind of discuss to see, what we thought, let everybody know who wasn't able to attend, what's been happening. The first event I can really think of was the biggest one. We happened back in June-ish, was the IGDA Game Jam.
Yes.
And I think that turned out really, really well. I mean, it was hosted at Amiens. What did you guys think? Dave, how did you first?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was probably one of those rare instances where we were actually able to do a game jam on a console that wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
And how often, how many game jams are there like that? And it was a wonderful experience, and to just be a part of all that, the minds were just flowing. And I think because of the fact that the console was just about to come out, that added to the excitement. You're like, ooh, we can maybe get something on when it comes out, get that initial rush of excitement on a new console. It was a tremendous experience. So it was super hot when we walked outside. A lot of running around, but God, it was good times.
We got some lovely money shots. They gave us 10 Ouias. We only used 3. So it was, I'm really grateful that they did do that, because it was really interesting, like you said, seeing all the really creative juices flowing and all the interesting things that took place. Gabby, how about you? What did you think on that?
I thought it was great too. We also got some great support from the new guy and stuff like that coming out and helping us, so that was great too, because it was so new, and it was awesome seeing what people presented. They did quite a bit, and even some people compared it between the Ouya device and actually using it on their computer too, so the differences. So it's kind of testing, but it was great. We got a lot of good stuff out of that.
Indeed, we did. And I know, Steve, you were actually kind of, upstairs, and I'm sure you were seeing lots of really cool things happening up there. From your perspective, what did you think of the event?
Oh, we had a great time hosting it. We definitely want to host more in the future.
Oh, definitely.
I love participating in game jams, and the best part is always seeing the results of these things. That's very, very exciting. Everybody was very impressed with what was turned out, basically. And like I said, we really want to host more of these game jams. I think they're so much fun to participate in. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. We get to see lots of exciting ideas come out of it, and lots of games not get complete like mine. So yes, we're getting there. That event went fantastic. And then I believe then we had the IGDA, the actual director come, and that was an amazing turnout, I believe. And so Gabriel, what did you? Actually, first of all, what did it take to actually get that going?
It honestly, it just took me asking them, look, guys, you're going to be in San Francisco for the summit. What would it take to get you guys to drive from San Francisco to Sacramento?
Yeah.
They were like, just ask and we'll be there. And I'm like,
okay.
wow, yay! And if only everything were that simple. So it was, I won't say once in a lifetime, but definitely won't be for a long while. I want to get them back here, particularly for our arcade event.
Totally.
I'd like to try to get them to come back, but it depends on where they are, because they're all over the world. So it's, but the turnout was fantastic. I was very, very pleased with it. We were slightly concerned at first because there weren't a lot of RSVPs, and for who did RSVP, they didn't exactly know who these ladies were. And I think it was the last couple days where it's we reminded everybody, hey, these are the top bosses. You might want to come to this. And
just maybe,
this is probably your one chance to talk to these ladies. And it was a great influx, and man, it was very positive, very reinforcing outcome. for what we're doing, and really to say, a chapter so young, to have them two here was, I think that was an achievement in of itself. Seriously.
Yeah, the chapter's like just about hit puberty.
Yeah.
We're there.
5 months.
Chapter pimples and
Five months is puberty.
Shyness. With the chapter, time passes fast.
This is in dog years apparently, so that's how we roll. Very cool.
That's how the directors. Ask her. That's what she said.
Apparently,
That's what she told me.
that is true. Yeah. So we are 11 today. So that's good.
Right, man. All right. So, I mean, it was. And we also do have it on YouTube as well. So for anyone who wasn't able to go see it, you can actually go see it on there. We record the entire event. All the Q&A I thought was really fantastic because I gave people opportunity to just ask lots of questions about it because a large percentage of them still have no idea what the IGDA is. So yeah. So that's good stuff. Then the next one, I have underlined blank here.
Oh,
what was the next one?
Also another good news that happened locally was Josh Clint and Leadworks. He ran a very successful Kickstarter campaign. So congratulations to Josh Clint with his successful Kickstarter with Leadworks Engine.
Definitely. That went very well. I mean,
exactly.
He was all over the social media with that. He was just fantastic. And how much? Do you guys remember how much he hit? Was it 10? I don't remember exactly.
It was more than that because I think
But he even made his stretch goals though.
Yeah,
that's right. Exactly.
That was cool. So
it was really good. I think I want to say 30s or 40s or something.
Yeah, I think it was in the low 40s, I believe. I backed him also.
Yeah, I did too, for sure.
It's nice seeing local developers have some success with Kickstarters.
I mean, the guy's he's not even just building a game, he's building an engine.
Exactly.
And what you might not know is that Josh, he has a few people helping him, but he's mainly the guy building the thing. So,
exactly it.
So definitely make sure to check out Leadworks because it's I think one stretch goal was Ouya support.
Yes.
And the biggest one that got a lot of news was Linux support.
That's right, exactly, that's right, yeah.
So that was a huge one. So definitely, that's actually exciting. I can't believe I forgot that. $42,358. Wow.
787 backers, that's
That
good.
is awesome.
That's good.
Wow, man. Were they all UK? Is that...
I did my little push. I told a few of my people, I know I backed it for sure because I mean we're using the game engine for one of our games anyway.
Excellent.
But the fact for Linux support, that's a huge thing. So so kudos to him for sure for doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially since Valve now is actually, they've said it like Gabe said very openly that he does not like Windows, right? And he's very all for Linux and Steambox is going to be on Linux, so it's a good time to kind of start moving that market right now.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was in August? No, July. Oh man, so many months have passed.
Yeah,
July.
July.
Time has flown,
Oh my gosh, she has a schedule.
It's just for August, so the first weekend we scheduled.
So we're gonna speed up. We're almost down. All right, cool. So actually, what happened? And also, go back and look. You can look back at the previous on meetup.com/game developers. You guys can all see what the events we had in the past months. They never go away. And we also make sure to always post any videos or pictures. So anyone who wasn't able to see it, you can check them out there. But skipping to August, I would say a lot of amazing stuff happened in there. The introduction to the audio game design class that went well. It was interesting.
Some good questions were presented.
Very much so.
You started it.
Yes.
And when we thought we were ending things on kind of a smooth note, Joe asked this one question: what about for indies and getting them started? And thus the 15-minute Q&A became a 35 minute extended chapter. It was like Lord of the Rings extended edition. So it was like, here are the deleted scenes, except we're showing them right now. And that's exactly what happened. It was awesome.
Dude, by now you should know I opened my mouth.
It'll never end well.
No. But no, it turned out because I opened my flap. Things did turn out really well. I got a lot of feedback after the event with people saying that when I was asking those questions, they were like, thank you for asking those type of questions. We did enjoy learning the history of audio design, but we wanted to know more about the actual process of, crew doing audio and doing the game audio design. But John said that he'd be more than happy to come back. Maybe in a future event and months down the road, he'll come back and do a much more, talk much deeper in scope for teaching people the whole process. And then I would say the other one that just went amazing was the game board jam.
Board game jam,
Yes, that was awesome.
That was amazing. Yeah,
really cool.
that went way better than I thought it was. I already knew it was going to be a unique turnout and a good unique presentation, but damn, that one guy showed up with his whole, like just board setup, did it himself. A big shout out to Angel, who I know will be listening to this soon enough, and him and I are actually talking now. So
because you see that and you want to talk to him.
Yeah, I would have thought, be like, we need to kind of chatter a little bit. But it was a wonderful turnout. In fact, I want to even say that I think the beauty behind that was it got people who are used to just making video games. It got them out of their element, and they were able to apply whatever principles they knew into the board game side of things, and they did it so well. And I mean, even you with your your brother and sister, that was amazing.
Brother and sister?
I did.
Yeah.
They did it again.
Oh, but what they presented was hilarious. It was
So think about like my little brother and sister. They came and he's cracking up here because everyone was cracking.
Everyone was
my sister, Dulcina, she's 13, and John, he. I'm sorry, John. He's 12. Oh my God, those.
You're dead.
I know. But the reason why Gabe's laughing so much is because the board game they made was like a Grand Theft Auto, lots of drugs, and it was
drugs and guns. And
people. It was very. They designed it all themselves. They drew the board. They made everything. It was fantastic. I got a lot of laughs out of it. I made like a little mini golf type arena battle game with like marbles and
it was
straw.
Brilliant. Your thing was brilliant.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed making it a lot. And then there was Devin, who many of you probably know. He's in the construct classes and he participates a lot at the jams. Him and his girlfriend made this really awesome like a heist type game. And then some other people made some card games. I mean, it was. But like coming back to in the group portion one that we always do at the end of them. A lot of the good feedback, like you were saying, that we're getting, where people were kind of out of their element, and also too, they enjoy the fact that they didn't have to know programming, they didn't have to do lots of art. They could just, instead of worrying about a crunch, they could just, just get an idea, cut some paper, and then bam, there.
Because a lot of jams, people are intimidated to come in because they don't have any previous knowledge of like game development, programming, anything like that. So we have a lot of idea people who like are intimidated, but with board games, they're just like.
Exactly, you could be the idea person.
It's just paper, here you go.
And we had a big bin full of all kinds of crazy stuff that they could have picked from and stuff. Most of them made card games, that's okay. That's my lovely bin, but anyway, it turned out really fantastic, and we will definitely do more of those. But going back to Angel though, I'm still thinking about his thing. The guy, I mean, we have the videos of all the presentations on YouTube as well. The man made like a ginormous set. I mean, it literally had like dry ice coming out of a volcano.
Wow.
He had like
dropped it in the volcano.
It was crazy.
And I already knew what it was. I'm like, oh my God, he's carrying dry ice. It's going to start fogging the board. And that's what happened. He plops it in there. It was all across the board. I was like, this is amazing. And I was just like, yeah.
And at the very end, he got to the very end of it, it was like a little, I can't remember what it was, but anyway, like he would fire off these little like streamers and stuff would come flying out of confetti. It was, awesome. He really went all out for it. It was crazy. So definitely go on YouTube and watch the videos. It was some amazing stuff, and like I said, that's something we'll definitely do again because you can bring anyone. In fact, I encourage people to bring their families and just, friends, anyone, because anyone can get in there and just, I mean, if you can't cut paper, there's a problem there.
Next to you can.
Yeah.
See, she's thinking positively. She's like, well, you can find some help. And meanwhile, you and I are like, they didn't go to school.
No, that's okay, because we have a special game jam. That's okay. We got it all covered here. Don't worry. I promise.
Everything will be perforated. So it's just fold and tear.
And there will be padding on everything. Do not worry. I mean, what? Slip jackets and anyway. So that event turned out amazing. Like I said, we'll do it again. And we did have another event for that month, but sadly it was the event was going to be, which we're going to have someone speaking about how to get your game marketed and noticed by talking to game journalists, which is, you know, people who make games, you know, that's a big part of it. Sadly, it didn't work out for the month